Okay, YouTube. I know I ain't posted a lot of videos in a while, but I figured this will help somebody out here from what I learned. I have a lot of cars that I fix on and tune up. My whole parking lot back there, TSX, G35. All of these cars, I have never had an issue like this before. Yeah, this is all my tearing up. This is a 2013 Camry, right? As you can see, I tore this whole thing apart only because, let me back up, only because this wheel was stuck in that position. And I couldn't get to the bolts, well, the screws, which I already got a steering wheel lock right now. But there's a screw on this side and that side. And my wheel was like this, so only thing I can get to is that screw and not this screw. So I had to tear this up a little bit and rip it just to get here because I found an issue with this car, and because it's a Toyota I never expected. I hope I can explain this a lot better. Let me get my keys. Hopefully I have it in my pocket. Here we go. Toyota key. I thought I was drinking or something, but one day, which was a couple days ago, oops, camera fell. Couple days ago, it was a couple days ago, and everything on this car worked fine. Never had a problem with it. And I say never had a problem with this car. Performance crap in there, never did. One day, I used this key, sticking in ignition like this, and it didn't go all the way in. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like, why is it not going all the way in? So as I kept going back and forth, it starts slowly going in. And I'm like, okay, turn it, and it only went this far. It wouldn't go. I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, it's my steering wheel. So I moved the steering wheel and figure like it is now, it's not locked up. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's the gear shifter. Took this all apart, checked it, no problem with that. So I lift the car up to get the weight off the steering wheel. I'll end up locking it, but it never turned the ignition. So I couldn't turn the ignition on. So I just kept wiggling it and wiggling it. Nothing worked. So I started like panicking, like, why is this happening? So I know a lot of people say, well, it's because of the weight of because you got a lot of keys on it. No, that's not the issue. Some people are going to say, well, it's because of the steering wheel. It didn't lock. No, that wasn't the issue. Oh, it's because of it. No, that's not the issue. There's something in these gears had jammed up inside. So of course the manual is going to tell you, oh, wiggle the steering wheel back and forth while twisting the key and that'll work, da 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 da. That didn't work. I unplugged all the sensors on it. That didn't work. So I was just about to give up. I was going to get a lock pick. I called the locksmith. They said they couldn't do anything. Talked to Toyota. They said, well, they had this issue before, but honestly, they said that's nothing. But this was the miracle spray. As you can see, I had WD-40. I was so desperate. I had my electronic spray because the wheel was locked. I couldn't even get out the driveway or turn the car to get my other cars out the way. And I use, where's that? Oh, here we go. So I use this spray called Graphite Dry. It was the Toyota dealership rep that told me to get this. So I said, oh, cool then, facts. He said it has to be a dry lubricant and not a wet lubricant like this. I didn't see the difference, but as you can see, my hands have some black stuff on it because of this, as you can see. Sprayed that in there, tried it, didn't work. It stuck, it did not work. So guess what I did? I had a frustration. Oh, I gotta wipe this. This can wipe off. Just get something wet and wipe this off. It'll come out black, but don't worry. So after that, I was like, you know what? Bump this. I'm just gonna have to just pay $1,000 to tow it to the dealership, where the dealership is like 30 miles away from me, and they said it'll be $1,000 to fix. And I couldn't get these, well, I can't get these stupid ass bolts off because it's rounded. They call it some safety thing. It's rounded off, so you can't get that off to take this off the steering wheel. So when I sprayed it in, as you can see, it's black because I didn't give a hell. I was gonna spray the crap out of it. So as I sprayed it in, I know I'm long-winded, but I'm trying to hit every detail. Sprayed it in, stuck the key in a bunch of times, didn't work. I said, forget it, fuck it. Went to sleep, woke up in the morning, came back. Next morning, I put my key in, and then turn it, and then it clicked. It went through. I was like, oh crap. And I kept doing it. As I kept taking the key on and in and out, it did start locking up a little bit like it was before. But I think that lubricant just needed to work its way into the I forgot what you call it, tuffles or locks or whatever. It had to work its way in there, I guess, because it was dirty and it jammed. So it worked its way in. I kept doing it, and now it's smooth every time. Now it's smooth. As you can see, I put so much in there. I didn't want this to lock up again. So that is the conclusion of it. I would say spray it, wait till the morning, see if it'll work it in, keep jiggling it, keep doing the jiggle thing, and sure enough, it's gonna lock up. Now, I did spray the crap. When I say the crap, sprayed it, put the key in, sprayed it, put the key in. I just kept spraying it because I just had enough. But anyway, I tried the next morning, and it chink went in. I could turn the car off. Just when you get smooth turn, just spray some more. Forget what them things said. Just spray some more, wipe the excess, and you'll feel it start smoothing it up. I ain't taking no risks. I'm doing all my cars. I am not taking a risk for any car to be jamming up. But yeah, that graphite, where the hell is it? I gotta put everything back together. This right here. I got this from Home Depot. You probably can't find it, but at Home Depot, I gotta kiss it. Save me $1,000. Lord, never had this issue, but yeah. All right.